Clav has been blowing up lately. Now, before he was blowing up, I was talking about him a little bit passive-aggressively, more so talking about looksmaxxing influencers who are promoting dangerous things to the youth. And I do not agree with this whatsoever, a lot of things he talks about. So what I'm going to do today, I have a compilation of his clips, and I will be actually reacting to it and actually sharing my blunt, 100% honest opinion on everything that Clav talks about. So let's get it.
Called Aqualux, and you can easily buy it online.
So this clip, it's been going viral recently. He was shooting his underage girlfriend in the face with some fat dissolver. Now, I think that just looks kind of crazy on camera, but first things, we got to actually consider the age. 19 and 17, yeah, it seems like it's only a 2-year age difference, but I'm telling you, Clav, if you're watching this, that could easily be your downfall, man. Like, there's so many other people. Ansel Elgort was a great example. He was only like 20 years old, and he hooked up with a girl who was 17. Not that big of a difference. It's only 3 years, but she was underage. Like, once we start going with the underage girls, the minors, even if you are just barely even adult, I'm telling you, the legal system, the world, society does not see it how you might see it. And so I would definitely avoid anything like this if you want to be safe with your reputation and legally as well. But he's already got 2 restraining orders out from one girl apparently because he said some harmful things in a Discord server, which that kind of makes me wonder what he was even saying. Like, that must have been some crazy stuff. Now let's look at their glow up together. Their glow up's actually pretty impressive. You can see before that they were both pretty bloated up, especially in the face. And then they lost some weight. Clav, I think the big thing, like, he's ascended a lot more recently. Like, he looks a lot better in content, everything like this. Like, that just shows how much lean maxing makes a big difference, man. Just getting to a low body fat percentage. She looks like she's obviously drastically much leaner as well. And then they both look a lot tanner, probably taking those peptides that give you that natural tan without actually getting UV exposure. I will give them that it's a good transformation. They both look a lot better in the after photo.
Like, nigga, I got expelled from college, like, not too long ago. I thought it was fucked. It was brutal, but, like, the social...
Alright, this is one thing I do not advocate with Clav, is just honestly the way that he speaks. Like, he's talked about white trash, like having tattoos, for example, make you look trashy, but then he's always using slurs like this, slurs that, as a white man, we should not be saying, and then just cussing left and right. And I used to actually cuss a lot whenever I was younger, too, but I realized it makes you look unintelligent whenever you're always cussing. Like, if you have to cuss just to get a point across, that's why I rarely will cuss on this channel. Like, you got to realize whenever you have a younger impressionable audience, like, you want to be very careful about how you speak, about things that you show about your life, things like this, because being younger, you are very, very impressionable.
That's, like, made it possible for me to actually be myself and, you know, shoot up roids, fucking, you know, be crazy, look smack.
So if your girl's a nurse, just beware. There's a lot of
If your girl's a girl, she's a whore.
If your girl is a girl, she is a fill in the blank. And see, like, language like that, man, like, if you are going after these girls, I don't think that you should be calling them that if your only goal is that one thing from them. I mean, it's one thing if you're trying to find a wife and get married and you're disappointed with some of these girls' body counts, that's one thing. But whenever your literal goal is to have as many one-night stands as possible, and then you're complaining about how they're all very degenerate, very easygoing, that's just kind of disrespectful to the woman, and it just makes you look bad as a man publicly, and it makes the looksmaxxing community look quite pathetic as well.
Fighters, I mean, but that could really be, like, applied to anywhere. Like, you know, a girl could be a fucking whore anywhere, quite frankly. If she goes to fucking, you know, fuck no. The fact that you know,
oh my gosh, you're gonna judge me for that?
Clubs, yeah, I mean, it's obvious you're a whore if you know, if you know all these.
Then he calls this girl one just because she knows the name of a club. Like, she could know the name of this club from association. Maybe some of her older friends know about it. Like, we have no clue how she knows about this, but he's just straight up calling her a 304. He even gets on the phone call with her mother, calling her a 304 because she wants to go to this club. Maybe it's just for content, maybe whatever it is, but I don't think disrespecting women just for content is going to be the best move for your public image, your reputation, everything. And people wonder why this guy is getting so much hate. It's stuff like this, man.
You, man.
Frick you.
Chat, if you actually want to get, like, 7 slays a week, this is exactly how you do it. This is...
Yeah, and then there it is. Like, his goal is to get as many slays as possible, so obviously going after a promiscuous woman is going to be the best way to do that. Very easygoing woman, and then you're going to get with them and just insult them and talk about how easygoing... Like, do you not get the logic, like the fallacy on that? Like, if your personal body count as a man is very low, you're looking for a good wife, marriage, then you can complain about the body count, how promiscuous girls are. But if you're doing their exact same thing, it just feels very, like, projecting, man.
What do you want me to do? I do, yes. So I do to, basically suppress my.
He does the Walter White drug to suppress his appetite, man. This is probably the craziest one. This is when he really started blowing up from what I've seen. Like, this is on probably everyone's For You page recently.
Appetite and try to get leaner.
Wait, so how are you not like tweaking right now if you do?
Well, I mean, once you use it for a while, and if you use moderate dosages, you're just getting like the same effects as alcohol plus the appetite suppression.
Okay.
Bro, I'm gonna be real. Like, if you have to take that, like the Walter White drug, just to stay lean, he's not even that lean. He's maybe like 10% body fat. I sustain 10% body fat all year round. Go to my Instagram. I've stayed probably his same body fat percentage the past 5 years or so. Like, you could see weekly stories of my physique. I've never done anything like that, which is just crazy that you don't have the discipline to diet enough to where you have to literally do this. Like, you're just doing it, okay, whatever, I don't care what you're doing, but it's the fact that underage kids are watching this channel. Some 13-year-old is gonna think, oh, if I need to get a physique, I have to start taking the Walter White drug too, just to stay lean. Like, it's so hard. No, it's not, man. You just have to diet, hit a caloric deficit, get enough protein, but some people are so lazy they can't even do that.
If you guys didn't know, and it's essentially the same, classification. It's just an addition of the whole group. So, the effect.
It's in the same classification as alcohol, but he fails to talk about how insanely addictive it is. I mean, this is why, like, there's a whole group of people who do this drug, and they're obviously on the streets. They're not the most productive members of society.
They're quite similar, so it's really not as bad as people think. You just have a lot of people smoking, so it's surpassing their blood-brain barrier.
How do you take it?
So, you don't want to smoke it, apparently, according to him.
Intranasally.
I'm sorry.
Intranasally. Like, a very big scientific word for snorting it, man. Come on, bro.
What is that?
Like up your nose.
Oh, okay, so snort it?
A little bit up the nose sometimes, yeah. Something
Maybe
like
do a
that.
little snort right now?
Well, no, today's an off day. It's one of the off days.
Today's an off day, though.
I think that's funny though. No one else is fucking, using steroids at 14 years old. That was.
Yes, and he started gear usage at 14 years old, which, like, for me, my natural testosterone didn't even start kicking yet. Like, I didn't even start puberty yet at 14, and this guy was injecting it at the age of 14. My question is, where are the parents? Like, in all of this, where are the parents even doing, like, any parenting whatsoever? Like, they just allowed this?
You steroids at 14? Yeah. Damn. Wait, and you're still tall. Yeah. I thought it doesn't mess with your height or no? Yes. So what can happen is if you're taking, copious amounts of exogenous testosterone, you don't need that much testosterone. So your body's like, what the fuck are we gonna do with all this shit? So there's an enzyme called the aromatase enzyme that is dealing with this excess of testosterone by converting it into estradiol. That's what gives bodybuilders these bloated faces, gynecomastia, the bitch tits, and closes the growth plates.
Yeah, too much testosterone definitely gives you some pretty gnarly side effects.
But you could take a simple thing called an aromatase inhibitor to stop this process. That way you could have the pipe.
There's also natural aromatase inhibitors, like boron decreases estrogen by 39%, things like that. You can do things naturally, but this guy obviously does not want to do anything naturally. Like, he just wants to destroy his body's natural hormones and a lot of his future, because now he's going to have to be on these things for the rest of his entire life. Like, there is no going off TRT, man. Like, all of those side effects that you may or may not be getting off TRT, like, you will be dealing with those for the rest of your life. And you can literally sustain a very high testosterone, like, for the majority of your life, like 500 to 1,000, just by doing pretty basic things. Like, it's not that difficult.
Damn. So I should have done that. Yeah. I should have taken human growth hormone. That's not fair. That's why people.
Yeah, I should have taken HGH. I should have taken... Just so you guys know, 100% blunt, I've never taken anything. I've never taken HGH. I've never taken any injections, anything. Yet, I'm 6'6", with both my parents being 5'8", 5'9", and obviously, I've got the physique that I do without doing any of this crazy stuff. Like, there's a much healthier method than what this guy is advocating.
Come at me. They're like, oh, you shouldn't be talking about this shit to a young audience. And I'm like, well, this is the only time that it fucking works.
It does help to have more hormones during puberty, but doing it unnaturally like this, I'm telling you, to a 13-year-old who just wants to grow taller, look good, get some girls, like, they haven't developed. Like, thinking about when I was 14, I was an idiot, man. I had, like, the brain comprehension of a freaking toddler. Like, yeah, I did really well in school. I was actually book smart, but no, I was not old enough to be making these serious life-altering decisions. That is the worst time to actually be making these decisions.
Take me back to 14-year-old Brayden. What was the exact moment you decided that natural puberty wasn't enough? Well, I have always had the mentality that if something's going to get you to your goals quicker, then why not go for it, right? So,
if something's going to get you to your goals quicker, why not go for it? So he's been doing the TRT for 5 years, so he's 19 and he started at 14. I'm telling you right now, if you started lifting at 14, you would have 99% of your natural genetic potential right now at the age of 19. Your testosterone naturally would probably be 700 plus without ever taking anything. You would have gotten that surge of hormones. Your face would have already started changing, developing, because testosterone is contributing to forward growth, to bone development, and literally every single aspect of your masculine features that you have. Like, you don't have to take these external hormones to do this. You can easily do it yourself.
I was a kid, obviously I wasn't the most well-versed in pharmacology, so I didn't exactly know what I was doing, but I knew that it would help me.
Then he admits that he had no clue what he was doing, man. I'm telling you, if you have no idea what you're even doing, just experimenting with it because of what? Insecurity? Like, you haven't started puberty yet? Like, that is one of the worst things you could possibly do. What's crazy is people are actually believing some of this stuff whenever you could be taking something like Aries Rage and Titan Girl 2.0 to optimize your overall health and testosterone. Aries Rage, for example, has Tonga Ali, boron, oyster extract, things actually scientifically proven. This is 100% herbal, man. All natural ingredients that are proven to help you boost testosterone. In this modern world, in this modern day and age, you need something like this to battle the world, because the world is literally designed to be giving you lower testosterone, which is kind of his reasoning for taking TRT at such a young age. Then Titan Girl 2.0, because you do need all of the nutrient support to once again help optimize your overall health and your development, everything, man. Some people who have taken Titan Girl 2.0 have gotten insane results. Just read some of the reviews on my website, kalosique.com. Use the code Wayne right now to get 10% off. And my Kalosique Phantom sneakers are coming, which will increase your height by nearly 3 inches in the best height fraud way possible. And don't forget to join my school with over 10 hours of content. We have on group VIP calls right now. It's only $29. Link is in the description to join my school.
Skipping out on that just seemed ridiculous. I thought, why would I work out as a natural, take years to make the progress that I can make in months? It didn't make sense to me.
Why would I work out as natural whenever I can make that same progress in months? Like I just said, like, he could already be like fully developed right now at 19 if he just started training at 14, and that would have been much healthier for him in the long run.
You know, I was never worried about side effects. I was just worried about progressing, right? So that's kind of always been my mentality. I'm all or nothing with everything that I do, and I just needed to do it. You know,
just tipped $1. How did you feel first time taking tests?
Dude, it feels like, you know, God and just the Holy Spirit is possessing you, flowing through your fucking brain, you know, flowing through your veins. You know, it's like an energy fucking...
It feels like that because he started taking tests at 14. He's never felt testosterone. That probably jump-started his entire puberty process, and he had no idea what it actually felt like until he started injecting it.
Boost, plastic surgery, looksmaxxing.
Now, this is probably the most problematic clip out of everything in this video.
It is becoming more and more mainstream, and before you know it, every one of your peers around you is going to surpass.
No, it is very mainstream, but the truth is no one's doing this stuff, man. People still think that looksmaxxing is a joke. People aren't really taking it seriously. No one is actually going head first into looksmaxxing. If anything, I would say that it's deterring some people from wanting to looksmax.
So you have to start now, not tomorrow, not the next day. Now, start blasting those steroids and stop asking what.
Start blasting gear now. Don't ask any questions. Like, this is what he's telling his underage audience, man. That is just crazy. The people spaz on me for advocating supplements when this guy's literally telling people to hop on gear. Natural herbal supplements people are triggered about. But, oh no, Clav is fine. He's just promoting some gear usage to 13-year-olds. It's all good, man. What the hell?
And I'll steroids. What could happen if I get that surgery? And ask yourself, what could you miss out on? What kind of love? What kind of salary? What type of, every single type of improvement possible in your...
You're going to miss out on life. Like, he's literally doing a whole sales speech for gear. That is just so insane. Like, why do you want other people to be dependent on this TRT, on all of this crap for the rest of their lives just because you are? And let's not forget, he's talking about all this. You have to be blasting gear. Let's do a little comparison of his physique versus my physique. And now he's actually had more time lifting in this photo. Like, this photo of me is only a couple years worth of lifting. So let's show what we got. So here we go. This is Clav with 5 years of training versus me with just a couple. We both have pumps, very similar lighting, and you can tell that if anything, these photos alone we look fairly similar. But you also have to remember that I'm 6'6", and then he's maybe 6 foot, 6'1". He's been known to height fraud a little bit, so like the height difference alone with the muscle proportion. I've never taken any gear to sustain this. I've only worked out a couple times a week ever since I started training. Nothing too crazy as well. So like, this is very naturally attainable, and you do not have to ruin your natural hormones for the rest of your life just to get a physique like this.
Steroids, and stop asking what could happen if I hop on steroids. What could happen if I get that surgery? And ask yourself.
and he's telling people to just hop on surgery immediately. I always tell you guys, surgery is great, but it should be the last resort. After you get to 10% body fat, after you do every single thing possible, and then you're like, okay, maybe this nose job will help us in me. I'm not against it, but it should always be the last resort. Don't just jump into that. The first chance you get, that is literally the definition of stupidity. You're going to end up doing something that's irreversible.
What could you miss out on? What kind of love, what kind of salary, what type of, every single type of improvement possible in your life could you be missing out on?
Your life will improve whenever you become better looking, taller, more jacked, everything like this. This is a given, but you don't have to go through all these measures to do that. You could do this in the most natural way possible, to where you have your natural everything working just the way it's supposed to.
Right? That's kind of why you just have to dedicate yourself fully. It is a matter of when you want your life to start improving, because there's no question. If you improve your looks, you improve every metric of your life. So it is
People think that he's very dedicated to looks maxing. The truth is, he's dedicated to finding these shortcuts. Everyone looks for the shortcuts, which is why he's blowing up. People want the shortcuts to look handsome, to look jacked. No one actually wants to put in discipline. No one actually wants to remain disciplined for years on end. Actually eat the same food every day and be in a caloric deficit, and actually train consistently a couple of times per week and progress in strength and get stronger, because that takes hard work, man. That's so hard to actually do that. But just injecting some stuff, never working out. I can't diet. What can I do? I can do that, and I can do the Breaking Bad drug instead. Like, that's much easier. Like, this is just pure laziness, if anything.
It is an imperative that you guys start doing this.
Do you do pizza enlargement or no?
Yes.
So how does that work, if you don't mind me asking? Like, what were you before? What do you now? That's kind of weird.
You want me to grab my device?
Yeah. Let me see.
So we've got a pump right here.
Alright, that's funny. This is actually the only way to increase your size. But once again, there can be side effects. Some people actually experience, like, breaking their pee-pee. Like, it does not work properly for months, sometimes permanently after doing it. I was going to promote one of these products and try it myself just for fun, just to see, like, where you can max things out. But I'm not injuring things, man. If it's not broken, don't fix it.
This is pretty fucking autistic of me to show, but a virgin, do you think you have autism? I would say that I'm definitely on the spectrum. I've never been professionally diagnosed with autism, but it's personal diagnosis. I know that's
I hate this new age thing of every single person saying that they're ADHD or neurodivergent, because if you're not getting tested, you can't just claim that, man. Like, you cannot just claim that. And the truth is, we all have those symptoms. Like, if you look up the symptoms, ADHD, neurodivergent, like, I have a lot of those symptoms too. We're all probably somewhere on the spectrum, but just to claim that publicly, it's not, don't do that.
6'6". That is more about just presence, right?
So he wants limb lengthening to go from 6'2" to 6'6", which is pretty crazy. It kind of makes me wonder if he has seen some of my content, because I am probably the only 6'6" influencer or looks maxer out there, which I think is pretty funny.
Valued presence super highly, right? You walk into a room, people notice, right? You're standing in the middle of the club, you're an outlier, right? That to me, just because people will come up to me, they'll say, oh, well, 6'2", that's already very tall. But in terms of percentiles, it's only 91st percentile, right? 6'6", we get to 99th. I'm someone who wants to be the best, right? And I'm willing to do whatever it takes to get there. So that's why, I'm seriously considering that. The unfortunate part about limb lengthening surgery is almost no one is going to be able.
Yeah, guys, I've talked about limb lengthening. Like, you could permanently ruin your ability to have athletic skills, to sprint to a full speed, to jump as high as you can. Like, these downsides to me are not worth it, which is why I would just prefer most of you guys optimize your health and height prod a little bit, and then come to a point of acceptance with your personal height. This clip about height, I just think it's hilarious.
Taller than me, some 6'6" outlier. Even if their face isn't as good as mine, like, it kind of just almost ruins your night. It's kind of like neutering to stand next to someone. Like, it feels like you're literally being neutered to stand next to someone who's bigger than you, right? So you almost want to limit that.
I'm telling you, man, maybe it's my ego, but I just imagine him watching some of my height reactions, and he's just like, oh my god, if I ever see Austin in public, then he's gonna height mog me. Oh, I have to get taller, I have to be 6'6" as well. Like, it's just funny, man.
Exposure, that's just so night ruining. So that's one of the
Man, like, imagine ruining your night because you see someone taller than you. I see people taller than me quite a bit, actually. Like, there's tons of European tourists in Asia, and I see them. There's, like, some 7-footers, some 6'9" guys, and I see them. I'm like, that is sick, man. Like, that guy is so tall, but that is crazy. Like, that would be a hard experience to actually live like that.
Fuck, that's on her, man. Let's do a little bit more. No contraction on the face. I know it hurts, but that'd be sore. That's the only indication. You have to push past the pain.
Bone smashing, I've actually discussed bone smashing. I don't think anyone should be doing it. It can give you a very asymmetrical face. I don't think that it's going to be the most beneficial for you. I think that to actually get more forward bone growth, more bone density, the best thing is to boost your natural hormones, practice mewing, like the more safe, long-term, consistent things that will help you.
I've been bone smashing for about 2 years, and I have done improvements on my flat. I was pretty much bone smash for about 2 years. From this point, pretty much everything consistently had done. Got some tissue. Bone smash is amazing. So it's where you're gonna punch yourself in the face. Like, I know it sounds crazy, but just bear with me here. You're gonna brace your head and you punch yourself in the face. You do show your no, sorry, again. Do you want to see pictures of me bone smashing? You're bracing yourself. You don't have to do it, and then you're hitting real hard. And what this is doing is it's creating microfractures. And according to Wolf's law, the bone is gonna grow back stronger. Not only that, but you're also getting a lot of inflammation and swelling. So it makes your cheekbones a lot bigger. So you get like a cute boost before you go. Now, the next thing that I want to go over is how to use makeup as a male and how.
This is probably the only thing I actually agree on Clav with so far is makeup for men.
Looksmaxx with it, right? So makeup is one of the best looksmaxxes out there if you know how to use it, right? So
it is one of the best looksmaxxes. It's very simple. It makes you just look a lot more attractive just instantly without doing much.
Makeup is obviously a huge phalo for normies and all the societal implications, rather. Oh, dude, that's gay. This, that, and the other thing. It's like, yeah, you're gay if you're walking into a bar with a face full of makeup, but if we could subtly.
Men actually created makeup. Fun fact, we are the ones who started using it first. Women ended up taking it from us.
Improve upon ourselves and just give ourselves a little bit more of a sharpened look, then I see no reason why we shouldn't do that, right? If you know what you're doing, you're not gonna get caught. No one's gonna fucking know.
Yeah, literally. Like, that's the point of makeup, is that nobody can tell that you are actually wearing makeup. Girls will definitely not be able to tell if you actually know what you're doing, because you're not going out with a face full of caked on makeup like a lot of these girls are.
So explain to me how that's gay. If something helps you get more girls.
Exactly. That's the definition. Like, that's one of the most straight things you can actually do, is just looking better. But overall, I think Clav probably, I think if I were to know him in person, he might be a chill guy. I don't know. I don't really know what this guy's like in real life. But the things that he is promoting to the youth is very problematic. I'm not a fan of it. And I think it's very toxic, man. Just very bad advice, too. I don't think underage people should be considering gear usage. I think maybe if you're an adult and you want to get to the next level, you're a bodybuilder, you could consider it. I couldn't care less. But please do not ruin your natural hormones. Please don't ruin your life with some of these advices this guy's giving you. But that's it. Subscribe if you're new. I love you guys with all my hearts. Peace.